What's up, guys? Greg Siewers, owner of Map Training and professional paintball player for Team Houston Heat, back with the SPL 2016 Social Cup breakdown. Now, this field is very different from the rest of the fields that we've seen this season. I think the snake side is the absolute dominant side of the field. Now, with a one-sided dominant field, that's going to open up a lot of moves through the center that we haven't seen before. So, starting with, as much as it pains to say me, the weaker side of the field, the Dorito side. I think the Dorito 1 is probably one of the only bunkers that you're really going to have a high risk of getting shot off the break from. Only because the tall tower on the Dorito side can easily step off, shoot on the outside of that 30 can, and have a decent lane for you diving in. So, I think if you're going to risk a body out, do a good job of switching up between the corner and the Dorito 1 just to make it more difficult for that Dorito side tower. The corner may actually end up being safer in the long run, strictly because the wider you go, the worse his shot is going to become as you get blocked out by the Dorito and the 40 tower. Now, I think that guy is going to be your only front player on that side. It's going to be up to that Dorito side tower to protect him and really slow up that Dorito side. The only great part about that is that person does not have to gunfight much. Even if you get to the 50 Dorito quick in the game, you really don't have a lot of shots unless you catch guys on the snake side playing sloppy. You're going to have to push to their side of the field, and the next bunker is a small Dorito. So it's going to be really tough to do that as long as you have 3 or 4 guys alive. Now, pushing up the Dorito side, if you make it from Dorito 1 to Dorito 2 or the corner into Dorito 2, you're doing a great job. Now is when the other team may call for a cross shot, which might come from that snake side tower in the back. Now, if that happens, don't be afraid to go on the inside of Dorito 2 up to that 30 tower to block out the guys in front of you and wrap on those guys shooting cross so that you can come back across or even swing your inside player outside of you. So now you can get 2 guys wide on the Dorito side. As always, be careful about getting in a line with all those big bunkers on the inside, the big 50 Dorito, the big 30 towers. It's going to be a lot easier for guys to run the highway if you get into a line between the corner and the Dorito 2 or the corner and the Dorito 1. Now, pushing up the center. I think the center is going to have a lot of options. If I were to go up the center, I would go into that first pin right off the back center, shooting snake way, and I'd go around the Dorito side, strictly because there's going to be less guys going wide and give you better angles to shoot the snake side off the break. Now, I would not stop in those 40 pins. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to get a great shot off the break from that pin, and I'm going to hightail it up the center and make sure I play that mini race bunker. Now, you play the mini race bunker because you can control both sides. You have the opportunity to look both ways and actually stand in that mini race bunker. If I go into the actual 50 race bunker, now I leave myself an opportunity to 1, get shot in the back from the other side when I don't see it, and 2, more easily get bunkered, right? You want to keep track of as much of the field as possible as often as possible. But going up the center, I would definitely dedicate to the snake side just because that's going to be the more aggressive side, and likeliness is that's going to mean 3 or 4 players on that side of the field. Now, if you're pushing up the snake side, the hard part is going to be slowing that guy down. If I'm the wide guy, I'm just going to take a different route every time. I'm at least going to push wide into the small race bunker on the snake side, but likeliness is I'm going to push for the tall cake or even the snake. I think a great route to that tall cake is going to be deep L routes. So if I run along the back line up towards the race bunker and then cut into an L shape up towards that tall cake, it's going to be really difficult for any of those guys in the back center area to shoot me. There's not a lot of places to stand, and there's a lot of pins in the way along with that 40 tower. So if I'm in that tall cake and I don't see pressure off the break, I may cut up to the tall cake and just go to the snake 1 off the break. Now, to kind of counter that and also prevent that snake guy from coming down the field right away, it's going to be up to those 2 towers in the snake side on that 30 and 40. Now that person, that one player, is going to be in control of slowing down the snake. So off the break, what I would do is I'd run that same type of L route up to that first tower on the snake side, shooting just outside of their mini race. And as soon as he passes that, I would look to push into the next tower on the 40. And the reason being is, 1, now I can actually see the snake 1, and more importantly, the gap from snake 1 to snake 2, whereas I couldn't prior in the further back Aztec. Now, lanes off the break. I would really focus on the snake side, like I said. So for the Dorito side, I'd have that tall Aztec just shoot for Dorito 1, let him have the corner, let him have the inside bunkers, go for a shot that you think you can make. For the snake side, if you have a center player, you're going up to that center pin, delaying before you take off, getting a good shot on the snake, taking off. From the tall cake on the back center, looking snake way, you're going to be looking between those pins and the 30 tower, right before the mini race bunker. So if the guy is still on his feet and looking to run to the corner, the snake, or that tall cake off the break, you're going to be there for that high shot. Now, the tall Aztec on the snake side is the one that's really looking for the guy diving into the corner or diving into the snake one, just because he can see the landing zone for both. So guys, I hope this helps. Really push that snake side. Make sure you get on it and make sure to communicate. There's a lot of opportunities on this field to go in a lot of different areas, a lot of different places, and do a lot of different plays. So the more you communicate on and off the field, the better off your team's gonna be. Good luck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helps.